Right, and we are live. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Stuart from NetReady, and this is MLM for CEOs, the channel that is aimed at providing key insights to business owners within this lucrative multi-level marketing space. In today's topic, we're going to be discussing how you can create an army of evangelists for your products. And to unpack all that information, I'm joined by, again, he's the godfather of MLM, he's often referred to as. He's also got 35 years experience within the multi-level marketing industry, so he's the perfect person to have this discussion with. He's a great friend and mentor of mine, Mr. Richard Sletcher.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Pleasure to be here with you.
And again, you get me out of bed at an ungodly hour. What the hell?
I don't know if 11 o'clock in the morning is an ungodly hour, but maybe.
Well, I live quite far away, so I had to get up at 10 o'clock.
Oh, that is true.
So I mean, really.
Sleep out the eyes.
Exactly.
Okay, done the hair. But you're looking good.
Yes.
This seems to be our uniform now.
Yes.
It's, I like the look.
Okay. Normally we wear a white shirt.
Yes.
For some reason you decided green was in.
No, I let the team down.
So to match, I had to get my bottle green jersey out.
But I like this because often the CEOs of companies they're dressed not like this. I'm looking to become the CEOs of the company, this kind of person, but the CEOs themselves are the ones that are just, they look good. They're less,
Laid back.
I love it. Okay, so what are we speaking about today? What we want to create as the business owner is we want to create the belief in our products, so much so that that belief is completely unshakable. I mean, we look at companies like Amway and Avon. I mean, they've created such a belief structure within their products that no one can shake them, not even with dynamite.
Yeah.
I know you've said this line before. If they go out and they will preach their products to anyone that's willing to listen, to their customers, to their family, to friends, whoever, because they know that these products are exceptional. In the case of Amway, they are exceptional.
Yeah. Well, look, most of the successful MLM companies have exceptional products.
Sure.
I mean, you can even talk about something like Tupperware. Now, you can say, you can get plastic from anywhere. But, but the bottom line is that with Tupperware, first of all, you buy the product. It looks brilliant. It works exactly as expected. They're using the highest grade plastics. And then if anything goes wrong with it, in the rest of your life, you can take the Tupperware back to them. They'll give you a new unit. Okay, so you pay a premium for Tupperware, but it's the reason they're a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
It's because who wouldn't want a product where they've got such faith that in the rest of your life you can bring the Tupperware back?
Right.
You inherit Tupperware from your mother. If it gets a little crack, you can take it back to Tupperware. They'll replace it for you.
That's amazing. It's a lifetime guarantee.
Yeah.
I know in the e-commerce space, within the clothing industry, there's a company called Patagonia. They do the same thing. And if you get a scratch on your windbreaker, you take it back. And it's expensive. You do pay a premium.
Pay a premium.
Of course you do. But that guarantee, that lifetime guarantee, so company owners need to be finding what is their lifetime guarantee equivalent. What makes this product so compelling that your army of networkers will go out there and market this to anyone?
Well, the first thing I think that you need to realize is that a new network marketer, we call them independent business owners or IBOs, whatever you want to call them, a new distributor, joins your business. And the first thing they do is they give you money. They say, well, I want to join your business. Here's my starter kit money. And what they're saying to you is, look, I want to sell your product. Here's some money. I'm going to pay you to teach me everything I need to know about this product and lock me in as your most avid advocate for this product.
Sure.
Teach me what I need to say to convince people that this is the best product in the world. And they're paying you to do that. And it completely and utterly stuns me how few companies take the time to teach their people about the products. I mean, take Amway, for example. So you know that I join every single MLM company to learn what's going on in the industry. I want to keep my finger on the pulse. So I joined Amway. The guy who signed me up spent an inordinate amount of time teaching me about the products. Showed me videos, showed me the products, talked to me about the eSpring, talked to me about the vitamins, and talked to me about their face creams, took me through all of this stuff. Now, I'm not active in Amway, but of course I now want to buy their products because I'm completely locked into the quality of their products. So even though I'm not actually selling their products, I'm buying them. So even though I'm not an active distributor, I'm an active customer. And it's because they took the time to teach me why these products are amazing. So now why would I go and buy another product? Why would I go and buy somebody else's vitamins when I understand how the Amway vitamins are created?
Sure.
So it blows my mind that companies are just throwing mud against the wall to see what sticks. They go out there and they sign up people and they sign up people, and they don't train their people on the product. And so they get this rapid growth. Nobody understands why the product is good. And so it's a bell curve. They sometime at some point reach the pinnacle, and then the business falls off the cliff because everybody starts migrating to other networks. Nobody believes in the product because nobody's taught them why to believe in the product. And so you lose your network, but you lose your customer base as well.
Yes.
So in my opinion, the number one thing you can do is to teach your people why the product is amazing.
Yes.
And to spend whatever you need to spend, time-wise and money-wise and video-wise, and to educate your people as to why that product is good.
Right.
And obviously, you can't lie to them because they will pick it up that fast. The product needs to be what you say it is.
Yeah.
But if it is, you can lock a person's belief system in so hard that you won't shift them with dynamite.
Sure. So you mentioned a couple of ways in which you would go about, as a company owner, educating your network on the products. What are the benefits? What are the features? What are those ways? You mentioned video content as one of them. And video content, just as an FYI, is consumed 17 times more than that of written content.
Okay.
So you'd rather watch something to understand it and gain that information than read it. So do we then provide video training content on how to sell the product, what the benefits are, and how to lock that belief in?
Yes.
Is that the best way to do it?
And then that video content has got to be good.
Yes.
Because if you've got some guy sitting in a poorly lit room with a home camera on them,
right,
then the person is never going to believe that this is the best product on the planet. So you need to spend the money on creating a really powerful, professional video that expands on the value of the product. I talked about the Amway vitamins.
Yes.
And they've got a video that just blows you away. They take you to the farms. They show you the farm. They show them releasing the spiders into the fields.
Sure.
And the ladybirds into the fields to prevent aphids and to prevent
the pests.
The pests.
Yes.
They show you that they own the farms around it. They show you how the cold press system works, how quickly they go from having the product on the tree to being in your product. They show you the chemical tests in the videos. And so you come out at the end of a 10-minute video completely and utterly blown away, locked into that product, understanding why this product is a premium product, why it attracts a premium price. And your belief system is solid. And understand you've got to get the belief from a person's head to their heart.
Right.
Now,
nice.
An example would be, I know you cannot breathe underwater. I know that. My head, completely on top of the game. You can't breathe underwater. But the day that I had to dive in the pool, it's a true story, and pull my little girl out from the bottom of the swimming pool, that day I went from knowing to believing.
Wow.
And then I became the biggest advocate for water safety that you've ever seen. We had nets, we had gates, we had alarms sitting in the water, we had every single gizmo and gadget to prevent that from happening.
Yeah.
Now, fortunately, I was there when it happened. She walked off the side of the pool and literally went to the bottom of the deep end. And I went in straight after her. So it wasn't a catastrophe, but that could have happened when I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And so my belief went from head to heart.
Yeah.
Now, the same thing with your product. You have got people, okay, it's a good product. We know that. You've got to get that belief from here to here. If you can get a person emotionally committed to your product, locked into an absolute intrinsic belief that this is the best product in the world, you've got them for life. You won't be able to get them to swap to somebody else's network. They're not going to just move with their network somewhere else because they believe in your product.
Right.
And understand that's the fundamental core of a business. If you don't have a great product, you don't have a business. You've got a scam.
Right.
You know, somebody's selling a product that's not worth what they're asking for it. It's just scamming their people. And we don't want to be in that space.
Of course. So we also talk about the method of duplication. This is how businesses become successful. We need to hand down information from the company through the rest of the network. Now, I cannot expect a new distributor of mine if I'm the company owner, I can't expect this distributor to understand how to sell the business from day one.
Or the product specifically.
Yes, sorry, the products. So what do? We teach them, or we provide them with enough resource, which is this video content on that 10-minute video of Amway, until they get to a point where they can go out and sell with authority. So what I'm speaking about here is this video content that has been created by the company owner to be utilized by the distributor is a video sent to a customer to educate that customer on the product.
Well, yes, there's that. Okay. But what's much more powerful is I recruit you into the business.
Mm-hmm.
And step number one, I sit down with you and we watch the videos together.
Right.
Okay. You then interrogate me. So we do a Q&A. If there's 5 videos, we watch all 5 videos together.
Mm-hmm.
We discuss it. We discuss why these products are good. The next thing is I get you to use the products. So as a member of the company, you should be using the products if it's reasonable to be able to use them. Obviously, if you're selling Learjets, it would be nice. But,
that'd be very nice.
Yeah, but you can't.
But that's how you believe in your heart,
Yeah.
because you start using the products.
So you've watched the video, you've consumed the content.
Mm-hmm.
Now you use the products and you see the impact in your life.
Sure.
So now you're in a powerful position.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk to a customer, fundamentally, the customer needs to know that you believe heart and soul.
Yes.
And customers have got a BS monitor of epic proportion. If they feel that you're BSing them, and they know straight away,
Yeah.
you don't believe, and it's just lip service, they pick it up immediately and you don't make sales.
Sure.
But if you believe, when you talk to the customers, they will believe as well. So that's fundamentally, you have to have your distributors, your network, believing heart and soul. They then go and talk to their friends and family. They talk to strangers, but they talk from a position of deep belief. And so it becomes a very easy sale for them to make, because where selling has got a bad name is that people envisage salespeople to be pushing a product that they don't know, don't like, don't care about, don't believe in,
Sure.
to somebody else just for a paycheck.
Right.
Now, there's a word for that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a scam artist.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the space we want to play in.
No.
So before you can go and talk to somebody about the product, you have to develop that inner belief. And if you can't develop that inner belief about a particular product, leave the company, go elsewhere.
Right.
And if you find your people, as a CEO of a company, if you find your people are leaving and going elsewhere, the number one thing you need to look at is, what do they know about my product? Why don't they believe that this is a great product? There's only 2 reasons for that. A, it's not a great product.
Sure.
A lot of companies just don't have a great product. They're trying to sell it, but they don't have a great product. Number 2, I've got a great product, but I'm not teaching my people. And you've got control over both aspects. You've got control over how good your product is. You can make it as good as you want. And you've got control over how you train your people. So those are the only 2 areas that you need to worry about from a product point of view. If you get those right, you will have an army of people who believe heart and soul in your product, who will go out there and evangelize this product to anybody who will listen. Anybody will listen. And you won't be able to recruit them out of your network to somewhere else, because their belief will be solidly locked in.
Mm-hmm.
And so from my perspective, that is the number one thing you need to be worrying about.
Okay. So training your people on how to sell the product and building that belief in them, it's done through video content, it's done through the duplication method of my upline teaching me and working through all that content. Are there any other ways that we can educate our new distributors on how to sell the product to form that belief? Things like training centers. I know that's a physical presence and we cannot see the masses, but I think those are really nice ways to do it.
The beauty of it now in today's market is that you've got Zoom and you've got other digital mechanisms where you can connect with people. Because remember, your people are very widely distributed.
Right.
And so if you start going around training them, the problem is you cannot reach them because they're all over the place. So you've got to start from day one teaching your initial people in a way that they will actually be able to perpetuate the story.
Right. Exactly.
Because people know people, and if I've taught my people properly, they will teach their people properly. If I provide my people with enough video content, they will do that. If I'm holding meetings online with my top leadership, they will do the same with their people. And so you set an example from the top down. And if you do a proper job with your initial people, then the business grows. If you don't do a proper job with your initial people, then what happens is the business flounders.
Right.
So yeah, again, going back to it, the number one thing, in my opinion, the number one thing you can do to ensure success within the space is make sure your people believe in the product.
Right.
Heart and soul.
Therefore, they go out and sell, because if we don't sell, we don't have a business.
Yeah, and selling is about telling something to somebody about something you believe in, heart and soul. I believe in this thing with all my being. Why wouldn't I tell people about it? If I go and see a really epic movie, I'm not going to keep quiet about it. Why would I?
Yes.
Because it was epic. I want to tell everybody how epic it was. If I go to a restaurant that is just absolutely unbelievable, and I come away there thinking, wow, that is the best culinary experience I've had in the last 10 years, would I keep quiet about it?
Not at all.
Not a chance.
Yeah.
I would want to tell all of my mates about this. When we're sitting at the water cooler at work, I'm going to be telling them, man, I went out for this meal last night. It was amazing and great value for money. And I'll be surprised. Nobody needs to teach me to do that.
Sure.
But I have to have that heartfelt belief. And two examples there is the restaurant and the movie. Or I buy a new car and it just lives up to all of the hype.
Yeah.
Hell, man, I just bought this, whatever. Unbelievable. I'll be waxing lyrical about all of the benefits of it.
Right.
I don't know if you know, I bought this Theta
Yes.
inversion table.
Yes.
So I spent 8 months. I mean, here's an example. Theta has not taught me how to sell this product, okay? I spent 8 months in bed on my back, unable to move. I couldn't get to the toilet. I had to crawl because my back was in such pain. It was in agony all the time. Go to the hospital. They say to me, listen, you're in deep trouble. We've got to do spinal fusion on you. You've blown out your discs. You need an operation. So I thought, well, I don't want to have an operation. I've seen the horror stories there. There must be another way. And I get onto the internet and I discover this product called the Theta, which is an inversion table. Tips you upside down. So I go out there and I do a dozen YouTube videos. Tells me how amazing this product is. Everybody's had success. So I spend the money, and it was an obscene amount of money to buy this thing. I get the product. Within a week, I'm out of bed walking around. Within 2 weeks, after 8 months of not being able to walk, I can't even remember that I had back pain.
Oh, wow.
Now, do you believe that I'm an evangelist for the Theta?
Damn right.
I'm an hyper evangelist because that product over-delivered like you won't believe. It's changed my life. I get up every morning, takes me 2 minutes. I get into the Theta, tip myself out, adjust my back, do a few exercises that they teach you to, and now I walk around as if I've never had back problem and I didn't have to do an operation.
Yeah.
Now the Theta cost me a lot of money. It was expensive, but how much would the operation have cost?
Sure. Yeah.
That's just financially. And then, of course, once you start down that road, you never come back from it.
Yeah.
So going back to the point, I mean, there was a long
Good
story
analogy,
there. I believe I'm an absolute 100% converted believer because I've experienced it in my own life. Nobody needs to teach me how to sell the Theta.
Right.
If somebody's got back problem, I promise you they own a Theta in a month's time because I will show them what it did in my life, how it's changed my life because I believe heart and soul. It's very easy for me to convince them.
Yeah.
It's made so much difference to me. And I guarantee you there's going to be people out there right now listening to this podcast who have got serious back problems who are going to start researching the Theta.
Do you get commissions for this?
No, I don't.
You see.
I don't even get a commission on this, but I believe.
Exactly.
And so I'm an evangelist. A company gets paid by their network. Paid. What the hell aren't they? Why are they not training their people to absolutely believe heart and soul in their product? It's insane.
I mean, businesses in the traditional retail, shopping mall, shopping environments, they should be listening to this going, if I can pay people to have this engagement,
The people pay them to have this engagement.
other way around, yes, to have this engagement, why would I not go this route where I'm spending so much money on getting involved in a retail environment? This network marketing it's the most powerful. It's word of mouth. It's people know people. It's peer-to-peer. It is the most powerful form of marketing on the planet, bar none.
Exactly.
Why would they not get into this?
Exactly.
But it starts with educating your people on why this product is so incredible.
It starts with having a good product. That's where it starts.
Yes.
You've got to have a good product. You
Yeah.
don't have a good product, you scam artist.
Sure.
So it starts with having a good product and then educating the people to the value of that product and why it is amazing
Yeah.
and getting their belief locked in. Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. Richard, thank you for this episode.
It's absolutely epic.
Cannot believe that they just fly by like this.
No, it's not an episode, it was an episode.
An episode. Should we rename them? Thank you so much for your time, guys. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you joining for this live event. Please join us next week again, where we have another exciting topic where Richard sits with me and unpacks all the information on this exciting industry. Please follow us on all of our social channels. You'll see it in the body of the text below. Hit the bell to see all notifications for any future content that we upload to YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again. Cheers.